We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. It's the East All-Stars facing the West All-Stars. So the East All-Stars will get the... So the East All-Stars will get the first possession. Now let's check out the starters for the East All-Stars. Antetokounmpo out there with Embiid. Then it's Curry. And there's Kemba Walker. And it's George in at the 3. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. Here's Embiid. Now Walker. Outside, George. 4 on the clock. Here's Embiid. He can't hit that time. Now the West All-Stars the other way. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And Harden with the stuff.
And, you know, Harden's exceptional, Kevin, at getting out on the break in transition. I mean, running exactly the right path and getting it done.
Now, here's Walker. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And he gets it to go.
I think LeBron is best shooting the ball off the dribble. His accuracy, spot on.
And here's Walker. Antetokounmpo finds Walker. Right through the D for the layup. Walker's got his second basket of the game.
You know, when Walker's this close inside, his focus is on scoring and scoring only, and that makes him tough to slow down.
And James throws it down.
Ooh, just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
Here's Embiid. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. Curry's shot is off.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
And so it looks like it'll be still with the West All-Stars.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Catching up on changes for the West. Anthony Davis, he's checked in for James. Simmons comes in for Kevin Durant. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Irving. The East also changing it up. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Embiid. Chris Middleton comes in for George. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Walker.
Outstanding focus that time by Simmons. Nothing really rattles this guy. He's unflappable, even when he's getting bodied by the defense like that.
Here's Westbrook, and Davis sends it back. And for the ball out of bounds, Davis touched it last. And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Beal subbed in for James Harden. Jokic, he's checked in for the East. Russell comes in for Steph Curry.
You know, Russell is so smooth. He's got deceptive length, which allows him to get those shots off behind the arc.
Lillard way outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the paint, here's Westbrook. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
From 18 feet away, again, the West All-Stars.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Middleton's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop Jokic. I mean, this guy is a master at converting through tough defense.
Now, here's Lillard. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Drops in the tray. Lillard's got 5 now.
That's one of the reasons Lillard is out there. He gives you that deep threat.
Down low, here's Russell. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Russell against Lillard. And stolen by Russell. We're at the end of the first, Clark, in a close game so far. And we'll be back. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from the West All-Stars, what's your take so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Aldridge out there with Thompson. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Bradley Beal. And it's Towns in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Russell following the basket by LaMarcus Aldridge. Over Simmons. They grab their own miss. Jokic. And off the glass. That one's good.
Persistence pays, and Jokic not giving up on the play, doing a nice job pursuing the basketball there.
Here's Beal. The basket good off the assist from Simmons.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Passes it to Griffin. The teardrop falls in.
Yeah, how about the strength and focus there of Griffin? Absorbs the hit and still finishes.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the West All-Stars. Aldridge, the pass to Thompson. Drains the three-pointer.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
And here's Westbrook after the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Back to Westbrook. And the pass to Jokic. Shoots over Towns. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Jokic doing a really good job that time, concentrating and maintaining his balance despite being fouled.
And some changes here for the West All-Stars. Leonard, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. James Harden comes in for Bradley Beal. And Irving subbed in for Simmons. A big group substitution here for the East. Vucevic checked in for Griffin. Paul George comes in for Chris Middleton. Stephen Curry's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Russell. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, D.A., and he is still getting it done. Thank you. And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. It's a 5-point game. Pass to Lowry. Takes the three. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Lowry's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Harden against Curry. From the arc. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And the mid-range shot of Irving is impressive. He has wonderful form with that shot.
Here's Vucevic. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Leonard, hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Now it's a 7-point West All-Star lead. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. And there's Paul George on the assist by Lowry.
Boy, the confidence that George brings to his game is also confidence that impacts and injects his teammates. He's a high-octane scorer who's ready to go as soon as the game starts and whenever he gets the ball.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
Curry against Harden. Stolen by Harden. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. And the jam by Harden.
And Harden continues to work on his defense. It is a work in progress, but showing a bit of an edge on this end of the floor now. I like it.
And so we conclude the first half. West All-Stars out in front, leading by 9. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K. A competitive matchup for the West All-Stars in the first quarter. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but 4 points was the biggest it got. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by halftime. Shaq, let's get your take on the West All-Stars.
Well, they're getting high percentage looks, good game planning, the ball is moving around. Guys aren't pulling the trigger at the first thing they see. They're definitely staying disciplined. That's a big part of what has them having the lead at the halftime.
And Kenny, your take on the East All-Stars.
Well, they're giving up too many high percentage looks, Ernie. They're not closing down the lane, and they're not going hard on the perimeter. That will get an L in any day.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half. About to get underway.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And on the floor for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. They've got Antetokounmpo. Curry is out there with Kemba Walker. And there's Embiid, and it's George in at the small forward.
Analytics says that you should ignore the mid-range jumper. No, not with LeBron. With him shooting, I'll bank on any shot he takes.
And KD throws it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And it's the East All-Stars with the ball. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go.
You know, one of the things Paul George, PG, has done is improve his ball handling, and as a result, defenders are nervous when he's handling the ball and getting up into a shot.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night. So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
West All-Stars shooting their first free throw of the game here. Free throw good, James Harden.
Well, I tell you, it's a treat watching Harden play. I mean, he's so fluid in his shooting form, but he's also sensational driving inside and a capable passer as well. This guy's got it all.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for James Harden. Walker against Irving. And it's Walker penetrating. Banked in off the glass. Walker's got 6.
Walker's always had a real tight handle, and those ball skills come into very good use on that bucket.
James looking around. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. James has got the lead up to 14 now for the West All-Stars. Walker against Irving. Irving with the steal. Inside. And James throws it down.
Superb timing by LeBron on that alley-oop.
And so George will bring it up for the East All-Stars. Outside, Walker. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Consistency all game long. He's going to continue, I think, to have to take it over to get them back in the game.
So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Davis is checked in for James. Ben Simmons comes in for Kevin Durant. Beal's checked in for Leonard. And Lillard subbed in for Irving. And then for the East All-Stars, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Chris Middleton comes in for George. And Russell Westbrook subbed in for Steph Curry. Now here's Lillard. He's got 5. The offensive rebound. Davis takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
How about the springs of this guy, Antetokounmpo, also known as the Greek Freak? I mean, he just gets up off the ground like a rocket on these alley-oop chances.
West All-Stars shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. Vucevic checked in for the East. Lowry comes in for Kemba Walker. And stolen by Lillard. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
Boy, you have to respect the quickness of Lillard now because he's excellent at using his hands to complement those quick feet to come up with steals.
Now here's Lowry. Knocked away. Vucevic finds Westbrook. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And he's been passive today, but maybe that's what he needs to get him going, because for them to be successful, he's got to be a little more selfish.
Lillard against Lowry. Lillard attacking. Davis, the pass to Beal. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Beal's got 5.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Now, here's Thompson, following the miss by Kyle Lowry. Westbrook feeling it out a bit, and finished off by Westbrook.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket. And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Here's Lowry. The West All-Stars getting their last shot to go. We've got 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. Here's Westbrook. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Resourceful move there, ending the period on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Bradley Beal. Anthony Davis is out there with Durant. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Towns in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for the West All-Stars right now. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, I tell you what, so hard trying to corral Towns. He's got excellent strength, good feet, good hands, and he's got a will to score the ball that you've got to appreciate.
Looking at who's out there now for the West. James checked in for Davis. James Harden comes in for Beal. And Irving subbed in for Damian Lillard. A big group substitution here for the East. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Griffin. Paul George comes in for Chris Middleton. Curry's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Here's Irving after the made shot from Nikola Vucevic. James in the post. Defended by George. James with the bucket.
Well, you got to do more than that to stop LeBron. I mean, he's strong, and when he gets up ahead of steam, he's a freight train.
To the middle. And the rejection by James. Harden finds Irving. Knocks down the three ball. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the West All-Stars.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, adding on to that, we can't fail to mention all the steals they piled up, too. I mean, that's making a big difference. They've really gotten into them defensively.
Curry, good.
And, Kevin, that three ball of Curry, deadly. I mean, you feel like it's going in as soon as he lets it go, no matter where, at what angle, or how deep.
Now, here is Irving over Russell. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Man, Durant is a flat-out baller, showing off his wily strength on these tough finishes. He's a thin guy, but he's a strong guy.
Kawhi Leonard's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And then for the East, Antetokounmpo's checked in for Vucevic. And it's Kemba Walker in for Russell. And LeBron throws it down.
And Irving is comfortable running the offense. When a teammate's open, he's quick to whip it around and get him a good look.
Now, here's Walker. Good, nice job down low.
No doubt about it, he has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
And that's going to be a travel. Thompson, he's checked in for the West. Jokic, he's checked in for the East. Now the East All-Stars with it. Curry deciding where to go with it. Sweet little floater. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, Curry's so quick, so crafty. I mean, his combination of craftiness and quickness, really hard to contain.
It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Irving against Curry. Back to Harden. The three gets the three-pointer to fall.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
And here's Walker. James Harden getting it to go from deep, and he makes that one.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency, huh? They could have done it much earlier, before the game was out of reach.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Guys, when you're this hot, it's elementary. Let it fly. Keep staying at it.
And so now a timeout taken by Mike D'Antoni. And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
He sure has given this crowd a treat tonight. This kind of performance only cements his status as a fan favorite. And it's good for two.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
Jokic, that falls. Nice feed that time from George.
Just look at what a sniper he is from long range. He's got such an unusual skill for a big fella.
Here's James. It's in.
You know, LeBron's a threat to score as soon as he touches it, Kevin. Such an aggressive offensive player with great skill.
So no problem for the West All-Stars as they get the win. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching.